When investors talk about Pakistan, the conversation is changing from can it survive to can we invest? A quiet but crucial shift is underway, and it's being confirmed by data. A new OICCI Perception and Investment Survey 2025 shows 73% of foreign investors now see Pakistan as a viable destination for FDI, up from 61% just 2 years ago. The Overseas Investors Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or OICCI, isn't just another trade body. It represents more than 200 multinational companies, including several Fortune 500 firms. Between fiscal year 2015 and fiscal year 2024, OICCI members' cumulative capital investment stood at $22.9 billion, exceeding Pakistan's total net FDI inflows of $22.1 billion during the same period. This consistent reinvestment highlights the trust that established foreign companies place on the country's long-term economic potential. The total assets held by OICCI member companies stood at around $121 billion, while their capital expenditure exceeded $1.7 billion during the same period. So when OICCI says investor sentiment is improving, it carries real weight. The chamber attributes the optimism to macroeconomic stability, inflation down from 37% to 4%, a stable rupee, and upgraded international credit ratings. Pakistan's investment appeal is gaining ground in the region, outpacing Bangladesh, Vietnam, and the Philippines. The report says more global headquarters are taking notice, with 35% now calling Pakistan a priority market for fresh FDI, compared to just 24% in 2023. Speaking to Pakistan TV, OICC General Secretary said,
"There was a lot of restriction. The country had gone through a very difficult time. We had just entered into IMF program. So a lot of credit to the authorities who had, negotiated a good IMF program, as well as took some very bold steps, and with a lot of pain, of course, to all of us. And so the results are now in front of us, that there is a stability in terms of foreign exchange. There is a feel-good factor. And as you all know, that there has been a positive appreciation from the rating agencies, global rating agencies. So all this has contributed to the sort of feel-good factor among the investors as well. And that is reflected in the results of this surveys.
The momentum is also regional. Envoys from ASEAN countries are exploring Pakistan's tourism, food, and manufacturing sectors. This week, US officials are in Islamabad meeting Pakistan's officials to discuss critical minerals cooperation and supply chain resilience. This is coming on the heels of $500 million MOU with American metals company, the US Strategic Metals, which was signed in September. Remember, as per The Economist, Pakistan's mineral resources are worth between $6 and $8 trillion. And in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan have agreed to a new economic cooperation framework spanning energy, IT, mining, and agriculture, building on an earlier MOUs worth $2.8 billion. And in tech, Pakistan's IT company Airlink Communication has joined hands with Saudi SN Technologies to work on AI, IoT, and smart city solutions, part of Pakistan's growing role in regional innovation, while tech giant NetSol Technologies just last month signed a multi-million-dollar contract with a top-tier auto captive finance company of Japanese origin in Australia. So here's the bottom line. When the group contributing 1/3 of your tax revenue says confidence is rising, it's not just a headline, it's a signal. Global investors see Pakistan's fundamentals stabilizing, and regional partners are taking notice. The challenge now is to turn that confidence into capital and capital into growth.